Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip, and today we do have some breaking news in the crypto markets. There is something massive coming up, and I want to talk about it with you guys because we've been talking about the FTX collapse for a while right now. We've been in a bear market, but it is coming, guys, and it's coming fast in the next couple of days. Starting next week, Sam Bankman-Fried is standing on trial in the court of law. Is this going to be televised? These are questions we're going to look into live on stream. We're also going to take a peek at the price action because September was supposed to be bearish, but what on earth happened? We are in the green right now. Are we going to continue to go up? We got to discuss this. And there's some other stories breaking out right now that we should chat a little bit about. You know, there's a coin that people are talking about right now on Twitter that I just want to talk about it as an example of a meme coin. So we'll look at meme coins, we'll look at FTX, we'll look at the crypto markets, we'll look at crypto.com, where a crow coin is at and what's going on with the Loaded Lines main city because they had a huge announcement, which I'm going to make an in-depth video on later today. But we'll take a sneak peek at it this morning. Guys, welcome everybody. If you like the content, tap that like button, subscribe to the channel for more live streams, crypto videos, and shorts as well. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you guys are tremendous today. If you're feeling good, let me know in the chat down below. Let's get right in, guys, and let me share my screen. And we'll see where these charts are sitting because Bitcoin back above $27,000, folks. You didn't think you'd see it in September, but here it is. It's moving up, guys. It's up 1.3% in the last 24 hours, only 1.34% in the last 7 days. It's been a real struggle. But we are here, and it is finally moving up. It was low in September, but came back, and here we are. We did not hit that red September that I was predicting. I was incorrect on my prediction. I always acknowledged there would be the possibility that it wouldn't happen, and here we are. Now, October's typically bullish. Do we get that bullish October? It leaves you wondering. I still think October will be bullish, but Ethereum's still trying to creep its way back above $1,700. Would love to see that move back above $2,000 and keep going. Binance coin is looking like it's surviving the cliff that it's been sitting on lately, which has been wild. And XRP's back up to 53 cents today. And we can see there's some movers right now. Solana likes to move big time when Bitcoin starts pumping up. So Solana is a big mover today at 5.37%. Let's take a peek at Crow coin for the day, see what's going on. Right now sitting at 5 cents on the day. Not a lot of movement, up 5.079, so up 1.2%. So we're just kind of hanging in there. Bitcoin not making any tremendous moves, but it is back above 20. Oh, and back down below 27,000. So we're still in a battle here. It is still early. Market opened a little bit ago, and we'll take a peek at the traditional market here in a second. But note that the Fear and Greed Index is pretty neutral right now. Let's look at the overall market cap for crypto, which is currently sitting at $1.07 trillion. As you can see, we are way down from our previous all-time highs, but we haven't really broken down to any terrifying levels. It looks like this thing wants to continue to move up or continues consolidating to the right a little bit. You know, if we can break above, this $1.28 trillion level, that's going to be a significant breakout. And then we can start looking at some of the other key levels, which are likely going to be all the way up at around like 1.74, 1.6 or so. So there's going to be a lot of movement possibly coming in these markets if this overall market cap starts to break out. That's going to be mainly because Bitcoin leads the charge. I think, again, around this spot Bitcoin ETF, that's going to be a crucial story to follow here on that. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. But look, September, guys, it blows my mind. You can see that 2013, it's negative. We had negative, 2 positive months, and then everything else was negative. And except for this month, we are currently up 3.65%. Now, if tomorrow, all of a sudden, we take a dip down, you can't really be that surprised because we are in that what would typically be a bearish September. And October is supposed to be bullish. But there are exceptions to all these, even in October. Let's look back to 2018, which was the bear market after the 2017-2016 bull run. It was a red October. And even in 2014, we had a negative 12.6% move on Bitcoin, which was yet another red October. And these are things that we could potentially see, guys. Now, what I want to pull up for you now is the traditional market, because I think the traditional market kind of gives us a good idea of what's going on with crypto, because at the end of the day, Bitcoin and the S&P 500, we are still a little bit together. It is still a little bit tied up together. Correlation is real, and we got to kind of acknowledge that. So let's take a peek at what's going on right now. The Fed's preferred inflation measure rises at slowest since 2020. So this is a good sign. This is the headline for the day. The battle against inflation is working, is what this basically says. And so what do we get? The S&P 500 is up 0.5% today. The Dow is up 0.14%. NASDAQ's up 0.9%. So we're getting some moves. Now, overall, when you look at the S&P 500 right now and you see what's going on, good morning, everybody. I hope you got your cup of coffee. Welcome, 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 everyone. By the way, I'm going to have a shorter stream today because I do have a very, very important meeting I got to get to in a couple minutes here. But the S&P 500 is currently at $4,319. And if you look on these charts right here, we can see that September was a brutal month. These are the monthly candles. So we did get that bearish September for the traditional market, but Bitcoin wasn't bearish. Does that show you guys that Bitcoin's feeling pretty strong right now? Because honestly, I mean, look at the size of look at the downside on this. From 4,526 all the way down to 4,234. That was like a 5 or 6% retracement for the S&P 500 in the month of September, which is really, really significant. Now, if you look historically at some Octobers, you will actually see that they can be historically green. Here was a September in 2022. Here's our October in 2022. You can go back to the Octobers in, let's see, in 2021. Another big, big green candle. Uptober, people call it. Are we going to get an Uptober? Well, let's keep an eye on the S&P 500 for you guys, and we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin as well. But there's a strong chance, guys, if you've been loading your bags in the September month like I have been doing, I waited to the end of the month. Sure, it's a little bit up. I'm okay. It's still relatively down, still a good buying opportunity in my opinion. So it's been a great time to enter the market. And I think that if Uptober comes, that we could really be pretty happy if you were buying this market. So looking at the way that Bitcoin's moving right now, we're having some upward moves, and it's in part because of some short liquidations. We talk a lot about leverage trading on this. It is a good way to make some extra money. It's a crafty way to trade, but it's also very, very risky. And some people that were predicting that bearish September got a little bit wrecked. $52 million here on the 26th, $56 million on the 27th, and now today so far, yesterday, there was $24 million liquidated. So in the last 3 days, there have been almost $200 million liquidated from these markets. And that is kind of what gives you some of these moves. The reason we fell down so hard from $30,000 is because we had almost $1 billion in longs liquidated. When the greedy get wrecked on leverage trades is when we can get big moves in the market. That and big breaking news as well is also good for moving the markets in a big, big way. So right now, guys, we are looking at some pretty key levels on Bitcoin. Let's take a peek at what's going on here because this candle is green on this monthly candle. September is very green and moving up. We've bounced off this lower trend line at 24,800 and we are coming back up right now and looking to try to get back up to 28,000. Could that happen today? Maybe. It could happen today. It is possible because there's a huge options expiration going on today for Bitcoin. Very, very big. And if that plays out a certain way, we could see some massive upside. If it plays out the wrong way, we could see some massive downside. But it looks like things are going well right now for Bitcoin and the overall crypto market with this options expiration. And so we're getting an upward move. I think you got to look out for the key level at 27,900 at maybe 28,000. And then after that, we're looking straight away at the $30,000 level again. And after that, we're looking at least a key level at 32,000. And if we break through 32,000, I believe we get a much more significant move up, possibly even to like $37,000 or $40,000 Bitcoin, which could happen. I have this circle drawn here. I thought this could happen. I still think this could happen. It could be way extended out because at the end of the day, the bull market doesn't really have to truly start for Bitcoin until later half of 2024, guys, if we want to be on schedule for a peak right around 2025, anywhere from, let's say, July to November of 2025. We've got a long time for accumulation, folks, but there's going to be some volatility in the meantime, and that's some of the key levels that I'm looking at right now. Now, let's talk a little bit about Sam Bankman-Fried, because this is a topic I did want to discuss with you today, because at the end of the day, you probably have been just excited as me to see what goes on in this trial. We want to know, is Sam Bankman-Fried going to be called guilty? Is he going to go to jail? Yesterday, we saw a judge come out and say Sam Bankman-Fried is going to go to jail for a very long time. I believe it. I think that it's reasonable. I think that it's possible. I think that it's actually something that we absolutely should see happen. But let's take a peek at the schedule here and see exactly what the details are for this. So the court will only meet 4 days most weeks, shows the calendar. Well, where is this calendar? Let's get right into it. So here is your calendar. The trial begins on Sunday, October 1st at 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay? On Monday, October 2nd, it looks like they don't have anything filled in here. On the 10th, or on October 3rd, they will be doing jury selection. And then it looks like the trial begins on October 4th here. Excuse me. So it looks like it begins on October 4th here. We'll go on the 5th and the 6th, and then they're done. So we'll be looking out on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And then it looks like there's a couple days off. And then on the 10th, we'll go 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. So Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. And you can see this whole thing, it's going to be lasting for a while. This trial is going through November, at least up until November 9th. Could go longer. Who knows? But the big question is are they going to be televising this? Is this going to be something that we can expect to see on TV? Well, I would certainly hope so. I mean, I think that it's important that we get this out in the public eye, because this is, in my mind, a huge criminal investigation. I think the public who have gotten scammed here deserve to know how this court case is playing out. I think that it's absolutely essential here. So let me know what your thoughts are. Do you want to see this televised? If this is televised, would you like us to live stream it? Because I would certainly like to see it, because right now, FTX news is still in the headlines. FTX is $3.4 billion crypto liquidation. Well, they are approved to liquidate $3.4 billion worth of crypto assets to try to probably refund some of the customers. But does this mean that crypto is going to crash on account of this, and that if you're holding crypto, you should be scared because FTX might dump their bags and then all of a sudden crash the crypto markets? You know, they have millions of dollars worth of Solana and Bitcoin and FTX tokens, obviously, which are probably worth pennies on the dollar right now because that thing collapsed into the bottom of the earth. We'll have to see, but I really don't think that it will. I think they'll probably just sell it over the counter, and it's probably not going to affect the price action at all. We do have other things that could affect the price action, this Bitcoin spot ETF, but they're getting pushed back again by the SEC, just like we saw with the Ethereum spot ETF. And they're going to continue to do so because Gary Gensler is probably corrupt. So let's talk a little bit about the Saitama token, because this is a meme coin. Now, I am not promoting this token. I'm not recommending you buy this token. In fact, let me tell you a quick story. Back in the 2021 bull run, 2020 actually, I had a friend of mine who watches this channel who really got into the low cap gems, which are fun. They're fun, and I got into some of the low cap gems with him just for fun. And Saitama was one of them because I put in like $100 or something silly, just for fun. It's fun. But at that point, in my opinion, it's gambling. Okay, it's gambling, especially a coin like Saitama. It's a token that comes out of nowhere. The leader comes out and he's on a bunch of small channels, and they promote and they say, this is so big. We have all these big partners and it looks so promising. And the media starts talking about it. And it had a little bit of a pump, but then it absolutely dumped, and it was terrible. It's gotten a lot of hype. There's some big names in the past that have spoken out about it. Well, now you see a headline like this. Saitama rises 17.85% Thursday. What's next for this very bullish rated crypto? Guys, this is a terrible publication. Investors Observer. Terrible predictions. Don't listen to this stuff, guys. Do your own research, and this is not research. This is not research. This kind of headline gets you in trouble. This makes you buy a token that just pumped. If you read it, get excited. Don't fall for headlines like this. Now, if there's some reason you love Saitama after doing some research, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm not telling you what not to buy. But I am telling you to beware of articles that tell you to buy something, because typically the media ain't necessarily steering you in the right direction. So be careful. But is this a token that's doing well right now? Well, look at the history of the token, guys. First of all, just out of the gate, note, it's ranked number 411. And it's a $41 million market cap, which is very, very small market cap. So one, yes, it could move a lot. There's a lot of low cap gems. Is this a gem? I don't know. That could move big time, because there's such a little amount of money in it that if $1 billion gets invested by a whale, then all of a sudden it's a 10x and you make a bunch. It's a 20x, I think, at that point, and you make a bunch of money. But why would anybody do that? Well, you have to have a true reason. You have to have some true research for a reason like that. And frankly, there's just really nothing that exciting going on with Saitama in my mind. I've done some research on it in the past. A lot of projects make some of the same promises that Saitama has made, that it's going to be huge and we're going to integrate with such big pieces of business, every piece of business and healthcare and this and that. We'll see. Maybe. I mean, I do think in the future, there's going to be a lot of major companies that are integrated into blockchain. But Saitama, why is it going to be Saitama? I don't think there's any reason for it to be Saitama. But as you can see, yeah, here's your big pump. Over the last 7 days, yeah, it's gone up. But look at the last all-time price action for this thing. If you bought it in 2022, you absolutely got wrecked. You basically lost 99% of the value on your token. So, you can look at Twitter and you can see people talking about Saitama. You can look at news, you can see people talking about Saitama. And you can just replace the word in the coin Saitama with any other meme coin or any other low cap gem that people are promoting out of nowhere on Twitter. You have to be careful, guys. We like to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Crocoin, Binance coin, some of the big cap gems, the blue chips as we like to call them, because we've done some true research on that. Those things have stood the test of time. There's some real crypto firms behind it. There's some real partnerships like Google, like Amazon Web Services for Cronos, like F1 Racing, like all these other partnerships, UFC for Crypto.com. Bitcoin is Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything's built onto Bitcoin. You look at other smart chains that are EVM compatible because it's all about the Ethereum virtual machine. Everything revolves around those. Nothing revolves around Saitama. You got to be careful, guys. I want you guys to be careful. And I'm not saying don't buy this. I'm not saying this is valueless. I'm not saying this isn't going to be successful in the future, but I'm certainly not saying that it is. I just want you guys to not get caught up in the hype and buy a coin that just pumped because you see people talking about it. If you have other reasons after seeing some hype to buy it, real reasons, not just talking points that are hype, then more power to you, and I wish you the best. And I think that's a great thing for you if you have a true belief on something. I support you, but I don't want you guys to get scammed in some hype, and I'm not calling Saitama a scam here, but I do want to mention it. I think it's a relevant thing for us to be talking about. A big announcement came out for crypto.com. They're giving a $100,000 prize, guys, for the Loaded Lion Main City game when they announce the actual launch of the competitive seasons for this. So be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, the CRO price is trying so hard to bounce. I've been predicting this potential 30-something, 35% collapse for the Crocoin price, which could happen, guys. But it looks like we're trying to form another Greek handle. If Bitcoin keeps going up, I think Crow comes back up as well. So that's the truth, guys, and that's what we got to keep an eye on here. And that's how I feel about all altcoins, The only reason Saitama even had a chance to pump up today is because Bitcoin's moving up as well, in my opinion. Sometimes there's altcoins that are the exception there, but those are far and few between, guys. They're far and few between and not very common at all. So that's kind of the scoop I got for the day. I do have to cut this stream short in a little bit, but how you guys doing? Let me know in the comments down below. What's going on? What's the good word today, fam? How are we doing, guys? Let me get out of this, and I'll pull the chat up on the screen so we can see how the fam is doing. All good in Denmark. All right. I said that like, yeehaw. All good in Denmark. Denmark. Is that Denmark, you mean? Or is Denmark like, is that like a small town in Ohio? Yeah, welcome to Denmark. I don't know. Benny Blue Eyes, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hit them likes and share the stream. I'm feeling southern today. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know what's going on. We got 32 viewers, 15 likes. I know you can tap that like button stronger than that, folks. 2J3 says, do you think Minted will come back? Yes, I do. I think it's going to be a great NFT platform. I do have confidence in Minted. I think that anything on the Cronos chain has a real good, strong chance of pumping because I believe in Cronos. And I think when Cronos pumps, regardless of if the projects are good or not, to be honest with you, I think that the Cronos projects will pump. If the Cronos chain is exciting and people like it and it continues to climb until it value locked up, which I do think is going to happen, then I'm also bullish on Minted. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think Minted is going to come back. I haven't really been talking about the Cronos altcoins a lot because it's just not the time to talk about them. Now, and frankly, I'm not accumulating any of those. I'll be accumulating some of those after Bitcoin breaks back above $45,000 probably. I just want to see this market start moving up. Yeah, my coffee's cold already, Cryo. Yeah, my coffee's cold. Michael Artezi, hey, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Welcome. Cheers. When you think Visa buffs are coming, 20 cents? Maybe. Bitcoin's got to get past previous all-time highs. So, yeah, maybe 40 cents. I think Bitcoin breaks past previous all-time highs, by the way, before Crocoin does, obviously. I mean, that's obvious to me. I don't know if that's obvious to everybody out there, but it's almost like a sure thing in my mind. And nothing's a sure thing. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't predict the future, but I think Bitcoin breaks all-time highs before Crocoin does. And, yeah, I mean, I think it'll be somewhere around, like, maybe 50 cents, something like that. We'll see. Hang in there. Up big on hello, never heard of it. 4X. Crow bro, you are getting in some small caps and you're making 4Xs left and right. I hope you're not making negative 4Xs as well, my friend. I hope you're taking these I know you've been saying you've been taking some profits. Took my investment off and playing with free cash right now. You sound like you're doing a great job, Crow bro. Guys, use it as an example. There are opportunities out there, but you can't be greedy. You can't stay in forever, okay? Guys, I do have to jet. Benny, I'll answer this question. With the leaking of the Microsoft Xbox wallet plans, do you think that they go play to earn on mainstream? Yes, eventually we will, but I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna be late for a meeting. Obsidian or Icy White? Why? Obsidian if I had the money, but Icy White if I don't. And frankly, neither if you don't have the money for either. Be conservative, guys. I got a jet. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. As always, guys, you got to remember to DCA, HODL. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Peace.